Now we bring in Leo Terrell, civil rights attorney and Fox News contributor, who's been watching this case closely as well. Leo, I'd like to start, if I may, with this soundbite from Steve Wolf on this program on November 16th, after Alec Baldwin claimed that he would never and did not pull the trigger. Here's what this weapons expert had to say. Watch.
That would be contrary to my opinion and that of the FBI. The reason that I think he could think that, though, is that because on these single action guns, it's such a short trigger press to activate it. So if he was just holding his finger on the trigger, not aware that he had moved it that tiny bit, and then he pulled the hammer back and released it, the gun would fire.
Leo, what's your reaction to all this today? Welcome.
I remember that. I remember that interview you had with him, and I'll tell you right now, that is the strongest piece of evidence. What Alec Baldwin did was go on George Stephanopoulos was the worst decision ever made. That was malpractice. Never should have made that admission. And if I was a prosecutor, that statement by Alec Baldwin, as far as whether or not he actually pulled the trigger and his admission that he didn't, I think there's a credibility issue on that issue alone. So I think, in my opinion, that is his biggest problem right now, Martha.
Well, let me ask you about this FBI testing the weapon, right? And it sounds like they were pretty rough with this very crucial piece of evidence, and that they tested it. The only way testers could get it to fire was by striking the gun with a mallet while the hammer was down and resting on the cartridge, or pulling the trigger while it was fully cocked. The gun eventually broke during testing. I'm not sure why you wouldn't be using the exact same gun, a different version than the actual piece of evidence, because now they broke the gun that was actually used in this terrible tragedy.
If I'm the attorney for Alec Baldwin, I call in the FBI. And you know who's going to be the star of the trial if there is a case? The judge. How much of this evidence regarding the gun replacement is going to be admissible? Because the gun, the original gun, is broken. It's broken. And the FBI, I would call in the FBI to show the court that this expert on the part of the prosecution, Martha, is basically guessing. And so the trial judge is going to be very important as to what goes into evidence before the jury.
Okay. Leo, thank you very much. Obviously, this has been just an absolutely horrific few years for the Hutchins family. Terrible tragedy on this set. And, you know, Alec Baldwin thought that this was behind him, this terrible incident, but now it appears it is not. So we'll see where it goes. Leo, thank you. As always, good to see you.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.